So, hey, my name is Jonathan, and I'm going to explain really what migration is and how it's affecting everyone. Okay, so migration is when a person moves from one place to another place, like from Mexico to the United States. And that person is migrating when it's moving, so basically that's migration. But really, that's all we think first when we hear migration. But in this class, I have learned all the things are in the back, like all the things are actually migration. Like, for example, when someone migrates, they leave everything behind and they have to start a whole new life, start from zero, and some of them they have to send money back to their families. So, yeah, there's a lot of things in migration. And I decided to work in this because, like I mentioned, it's everywhere, really everywhere. And a lot of people don't even notice it or take it for granted. And I think that should stop, like, right now. So I have created this perspective from my own personal experiences, but also from many other experiences that I have now heard of. So for mine, I used to live like in many places in Morelia. Then I moved to Guadalajara. Then I moved back to Uruapan. Then I went to Dallas in Texas in the United States. So I have seen and talked to many people with their own experiences with migration, and I have developed my own experience with migration by moving from like city to city. So yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea. Like mine was easy. My migration, was easy because I was with my parents and they were supporting me, and I didn't had to lose my home or I wasn't starving and things like that. But now I've learned that there's some other people that migrate that really risk a lot of things. Like when they're moving from a country to a country, they're in dangerous zones, or maybe they left everyone and they don't have no one supporting them. So yeah, like there's many scenarios in migration. Some are good, some are worse. So like migration really needs to be noticed by everyone because it really affects everyone. Like even if you don't migrate as a person, maybe you know someone who does, or maybe you get affected by someone who does. So yeah, so that's how my perspective changed from what I thought it was, like how it was easy and things like that, to now that I have learned from multiple perspectives, now I really know better how it is. So that's when I came up with my proposal. So by hearing, like what was actually creating the problem, I decided to attack that directly. You could say that, yeah, attack. So for example, if I know that the people are moving because they're why because the push factors that are insecurity, like they don't have enough jobs in their country, and they're they're trying to maybe run away from violence because their culture doesn't allow them to do something, you know and when they move they create even more problems, or sometimes, because now for first of all, the country is losing workforce, labor force, and also they're leaving they're creating racism because maybe some people are gonna see them as invaders, and they're gonna start attacking them. So yeah, it's a lot of problems. And with the environment, it's gonna create overpopulation, and it's gonna be harder for countries to like control this population, because sometimes it's illegal, the migration. Also, I learned that. So what I suggested was telling the government, you have to really start doing something about it, because your government's losing money too. They should start creating programs over like work programs, for example, job programs. So this way people will stop leaving, because now they will have work, and because now they could work honestly, they would stop, like joining cartels or joining um, gangs and stuff like that, because now they could have some other options, like better options, and this will reduce violence as well. So like everything gets solved, you could say, if migration gets better. Like if it stops, because this stop it, it will get everything will get better. So yeah, I think this is something everyone has to start looking, and what I can do as a person is to pursue it and to tell my friends and to let everyone know how bad really things are because of it, and that it could get way better if we actually try to do something about it. So yeah, that's it.